first thing, I don't know why all of these are like all of a sudden. They still function? Still function. This one probably does. Whoa! This one probably does not function because I broke it. Wait, maybe it does. Bizarre. I broke this thing. How did it... Okay, if I break it... Go. And now it's just disappeared? Now does it work? Nope. Hello, gentlemen. Okay, well, this is off to a great start. That's right! Haha! Okay. Back in there. I don't know what happened to my luminizer. It's gone now? It just went away? On forever? Okay, we'll make a new luminizer then. I had a plan for the day. Loom. Basic one. Expensive. Okay. Well, first we'll fix our base, and then we will get on with my actual plan here. I still don't understand why this recipe exists. It gives you the same number of red string. It's not a different item. It just uses a pumpkin. I've never understood that. Czar. Okay. Mana. Diamond. So to all these little fires put out is we are going to work on our clipboard stuff. Our Snek base, which is going to be a wonderful amalgam of King of the Hill, Mario, and a like the Bowser Castle, and a one of those glass container heat lamp things for reptiles, all wrapped into one. We're going to see if I can somehow build that. Okay. So apparently this thing okay, so it kind of remembers. Don't break it with your hand because it will just disappear. Oh gosh. Things kind of work funky when you're small, I'm learning. Ah. Oh my gosh. I don't... Wait. Okay, I do. Okay. Let's find our phantom ink. Hopefully we have some in here. Do. Got 3 of them. So we can kind of... Not phantom inkable anymore. This one was. Okay, it's just simply not doing it? Huh. Okay, well I did update a mod that has to do with lighting and texturing and stuff, so maybe that's just a side effect of that, and that's fine. Things seem to be working. Frames are good. Fine. We got our steak. Okay, good. It's on. Bit of a latency test. Okay, very good. It's here. Okay. My ducks are now in a row. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Okay. Okay. So, aside from becoming a pirate for some reason, how are you doing today? Oh, Chaos. What's going on in Grim? I forgot the name. Dead Farmland Simulator. What is making it so difficult? Temp. Nice. I am curious. Okay. And just gonna keep on going here. Okay, so I made a second clipboard. So here's our first one. These are like the ideas. We got a great coat of arms idea kind of spawned from a chaos suggestion of making a coat of arms and banners, which is great. Oh, as well as can be expected, trying to get life back on track. And you? Oh, I'm good. Our tree's dead. We have an ash. Oh, you're okay. That might not mean anything if you're not in Iowa. There's a emerald boar beetle that's running crazy through the city and has been for a while, and it just has been killing all the ash trees. Our tree is isolated. There's not really anything neighboring it, and it's survived derechos and terrible storms and everything else. I mean, started out this nice full tree when we got here. It was kind of a small one, and we're looking forward to seeing it grow. Or at least I was. And then the derecho hit, and it took a big chunk out of it. It looked like a Pac-Man. Then it was really hard to winter, and it took another chunk out of it. Another storm hit, now it's just got like a little floof on one side. The year before, I didn't think I saw any leaves on it at all. Thought it was dead. And then this year, leaves actually showed up. And then a big branch fell, and I was looking at it, and there's all these like holes in it. And I did some research and found out that it somehow got that board, and with those, the trees become really brittle and become a hazard. So it's not really savable. So in fact, Sassy's upstairs waiting for the arborist to show up, or whoever they call the tree remover guy, and they're going to take care of that. So that might be gone by the time I get upstairs today after stream. Anyhoozle. So my thought is the lower level down here, we'll begin with kind of the Bowser theme on the exterior. I'm a little king on a hill, so we're doing a King of the Hill theme, which will happen on the interior of the first room. And in here I want to go ham with propane stuff, like propane punk. We're making up a style in here. And we're going to use like propane tanks and things. And I think there's also a way I can make little jets of fire shoot out, which kind of doubles as a propane reference, and also those big fire circle arm things that you see in like the original Mario. And then I think on the second story, maybe off to the side slightly, will be a big glass tank that'll kind of be like a heat room, reptile heat room. And I also like the idea of a small tree house. I did some research, and all those reptilian snake pens, whatever you call them, usually have like accessories in them. In fact, I found a whole website based on snake accessories for like tanks, and that sometimes they have little tiny trees in them. So I think we might build a tiny tree house thing inside the glass tank. In Grimshire, all the characters are anthropomorphic animals. There is a disease like rabies going around, turning people feral. Your character was rescued from the capital, which was destroyed by the feral people. Schematic cannons on the ramparts. That will be good. I will need to create the original design. If we have repeating things, then I can absolutely schematic cannon them, which will be great. I am using my create tools. In fact, I brought the wand of symmetry with me as well. Now, there is a second clipboard here, and this one's called House Plans and Template. Now, this is more materials, like a checklist of things to collect. That too, but was more thinking as decorations. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Whoops. Let's see. Aesthetic. Aesthetic. Ick. Cannons. I love these are like my favorite things. I don't know how I haven't been using them. So I've decided that mud and packed mud might be a good block to use here. It's something I'll have to make and can be a pain, but not with my factory. I think I can kajigger some things. Ah, now you run a farm trying to grow, ranch, and preserve food for both herbivores and carnivores. There is a communal food storage where you can put food, but all the food will decay depending on how it is preserved. Well, all the while, the game is throwing challenges at you that make it harder to do certain things. It actually sounds like fun. That sounds like a good time, actually. Glow Goop. You guys remember when we had a little firefly friend and we killed it by mistake and we got some glow goop? The stuff right here. As it turns out, you can get this from cooking glowberries, which is great news for us because we have a bone meal farm. We can get tons of these. And these guys, if we hold shift, you can place 3 into 1 space. It doesn't say what they do. I can tell you what they do. They let you turn a block, any block, into a light source of different levels, of bright to dim to medium to very bright. And that's great news because sometimes having to put, you know, things like that might not be in line with your decorative choices, but you can't have the place be dark. Playing with light is kind of fun. Also, if we fly over here into our Sadium, one of the things about light in Minecraft is if you look at these vertical walls, even if I get the floor all lit up, or the ceiling has lights, you'll still always see these long streaks of shadows on the walls because light doesn't penetrate far. I could literally wallpaper this with uh, goop, so this whole thing can be nice and lit. For example, result in catching sick fish, which can't be used. So when you have to choose from one of 2 fixes for that problem, and until that fix is implemented, fish are a no-go for food. And I bet the solution comes with its own problems attached to it. You have to choose which problems you want, I will bet. This saves the fish, but it breaks something else. I like. So I think I'll stick with the top 2 items here, so that way I'm not just playing read the clipboard to you. So how are we going to do mud? Mud and dried mud. Let's go back to FF. Gosh. I am back! There's no dignity in this! Yeah. I love how I can literally... I can... Yep, I can just straight up fit in there now. You'll never see me! Balancing things gets challenging really quickly. It's fun though. It sounds satisfying if you figure it out, or if you come up with something that works. Mud. Mud. Well, this is going to require dirt. We have 18k dirt, but mud, we has none mud. So if we look here, mud, usually you have to find it in world like in a mangrove, or Create does provide a recipe. Requires water, and none of that just dirt. Not hard. And once we have mud, packed mud becomes something we can make, which requires wheat. And if we have a lot of this to make, that can get expensive. And the mud bricks are cool too. And then you have all this stuff thanks to Chipped and other mods. In fact, you can even make... Look at these tiles. Those mud tiles for roofs look really good. Wait a minute. These are different. I can check something out. Macaw did update. I know you can make invisible light with Ars Nouveau and blood magic. Might also be able to combine some form of shaft with the Botania mana light to make some sort of torch. Yeah, there's been several different mods over the years. One of my favorite ones was the Arcane Lantern from Thaumcraft. The only issue is, I have heard that that one did have a crash issue. I think Astral Sorcery had something too? But yeah, it's like that. You're placing invisible light sources, but you get to control where you put them manually. Could use a vanilla way to make mud, using a water bottle on dirt, coarse dirt or rooted dirt transforms it into mud. The process can be automated using a dispenser. True, true. I think, let's see, honestly, do we have a mixer right? We do, we have a mixer right here. No basin. Yes, basin. Basin right here. What's the piping situation look around this thing? Okay, so I actually think I have. I can make this work. I might. Okay. If I get into this, let's just kind of break in here and see what we got going on very carefully. Very carefully. Look at that, right there. There's the back of this thing. It's completely accessible. I'm gonna guess that this probably, that's a gearbox. If this is a gearbox, then this is actually something that has a gear in it. Oh, look at all this stuff happening. Hold up. Every time I think I'm good for a bit, something goes sideways. Also, if you don't implement fixes fast enough, or you don't have enough food in storage when NPCs die, then NPCs will die. Okay. And we have a peekaboo. Hello, TSL. What's up? Could use a vanilla way. Okay. So I saw that. There is a Feral Flare Lanterns. Is there Feral Flare Lanterns? Oh, I played with those. I forget what mod those have. I'll have to check. Doubt I don't think Fade would install Megatorch. Oh, you know me so well. You are correct. I would not install Megatorch. I didn't realize I was part of the same mod. I think I remember them from Stoneblock. Yeah. Yep, nope. Part of the... Okay. If I could set up like a 7 Days to Die scenario where monsters literally showed up and tried to destroy your base, I would play it, because can you imagine? You could make defenses and then see if they work. I don't know, man. I want to be attacked so I can use all the stuff I've made. So, yeah. Very few applications where I would actually use a Megatorch. Why I have these? Ours can make invisible lights. Okay. Well, ours isn't in this particular pack, but we do have the glow goop, which I haven't used, but apparently you can smoke it. And it will become a goop that you can place. One thing that does make me nervous, though, is I don't know how, I'm worried that if the game, like if I have imagine like a gigantic wall, like the entire wall of the Sadium being soaked in this so the walls glow. There are so many blocks in there, and they would have to remember that each and every one of them had a glow goop on them, and they would all be making light and casting shadows. I worry about game performance. Let's go there, find a dark spot, and just see how well this works. Like, we can, like, say, right here, and just put a loop down. Okay. Can I... back up? Now it's gone. Okay, I'm just imagining if you did something like... went this really quickly. becomes something that would be a problem. Watching my frames here, just with these few. But a solid 60. Okay, well, this is a small sample, so you can. I'm a little concerned. Also, you place these in the wrong spot, they take forever to pick up. Okay. I will have to consider carefully. Okay. All right. Mud. Oh no, how'd I end up over here? Okay, let's go back. Okay. So we can. I'll play with it. Mud is the first order of business. Yep. We do have Macaw lights. I'm just thinking that for some places, like just solid walls, I don't necessarily want to plaster them with torches or lights or spam things. It would be kind of nice just to have a wall that, like for example, inside the, if I want the occasional decorative, like, chandelier, but don't want to have lots of light source blocks everywhere, I could use the gloop. Where'd all the lights go? There they are. Lots of lanterns, slabs, upgraded torches. Okay. Just nice big torches, lots of different candles. Ooh, really nice looking chandeliers. Different sizes even. They come in golden, that they come in iron and copper. Fans are great. Like them. We could have like a little Asian section inside the casino, a little restaurant, Asian themed restaurant. We could use the paper lanterns. Got some modern looking lamps, both for ceilings and for desks. That's pretty cool. This is why I like forge microblocks. Yeah, the glowstone trim are just little notches that you can just kind of stick around. Are very nice. It's another resource threat, though. I've had just like, you have to be careful. Don't what are they called? Like a chisel and bits. Like if you accidentally search for bit inside JEI, you will crash your game because every single block in the game will have a bit. Okay, where was I? Right. Okay, we are going to make. I think we can do this. We have this here, and is there a way past? Okay, we can follow the existing pipe this way, and this will take us right in here. Oh, this is so good. It's like I built it this way. Look, we have a water pipe right here. So we can probably just siphon off of this. And it can go right in there. We will need a way of turning it on and off. Okay. That... I can't believe how ridiculously well that worked out. Nooks are nice also. Test the upgrade to portrait. I think the upgrade torches are just aesthetic. But maybe not. Okay. So we have rustic upgraded. Iron framed. Okay, we'll take gonna make a couple. We'll make some rustic torches, and we'll also take some upgraded torches, and we'll see if there's any difference based off of like appearance, function. Huh. Well, we'll hide. We'll camp out in the Sadium, I guess. We'll test this. Okay. So first we have the rustic torch. Pretty big area. Clutch and a redstone link with a pump. I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. And we also have the upgraded torch. Okay, there's a dark spot there. I think there is no real difference aside from visuals. And I did see blues, I thought? Ah, there. Eat your grapefruit. I did! I did that! I've done so much grapefruit recently. I've done so much. I've paid my dues. This looks crazy in here. It's actually casting red light. Do you see that? It's like pink in there. It's the moon. Is it like a blood moon, but it's a new moon? That's kind of funny. Okay. What's producing light right here? It's producing light right there. Let's make light. Somehow... Are these blocks transparent because they're part of the contraption that flips the floor? That's kind of cool if that's the case. That works out really well, honestly. Oh goodness, so many things are happening. Or you can try use AE2 external storage with tank and work as auto crafting. Oh. You know we need to have Sassy eat a Reuben. Oh yeah, how did the mushroom and grapefruit go? I missed that stream. Oh okay, I'll talk about it here. I'm just getting caught up with the they liked 2 out of 6 mushroom jerkies and Fade died eating grapefruit. They should create a video of the event and post it. I probably will. I've done so out of the other grapefruit one. I think I'm 2 grapefruits and 2 jerky streams behind. I need to get those prepped. Beacons make light. Fade, should you be in bed right now? Can't. Blood moon. No sleeping. I'll try. Blink. So tired. Yep. Okay. So these are just pretty torches, I think. I don't think they actually prevent... they don't cost enough, surely, to have a... Yeah, they're just pretty. They're pretty. Something. Oh, there's... Might be... Okay, enough of that. Alright, we'll put these away for now. I like them. We'll use them later, probably. Just try to keep on keeping on here. Hopefully I can stay safe. The mob rates are pretty high. Definitely don't want... This isn't as safe here. Don't want a horde of creepers to fall on my head. Okay. Yeah, we can keep doing this. Okay. So a smart valve can go right in here. Okay, we got this. Okay. Smart valve. There. Probably not have... Look behind us. Whoa! I knew it! My hairs in the back of my neck were sticking up. I knew there was somebody here. Oh my gosh. Dodger. Oh. My Spidey sense saved me. Goddess, did you make mad too? Bring a blood moon. Oh no, I've done nothing but... It's cool. Sorry, I've never seen... The smoke is lit. Okay, I think I know what's happening. The light mod I've put in, it actually lights the smoke and it gets darker as it goes up. Sorry, I just put a new lighting mod and I'm a little distracted by it because it's actually making things look so good. Transparency in these looks better too. Let's look. This is looking good. That effect is still happening. Okay. Huh. Oh, simple square sin. Hi. Or sim. Sim. Not sin. Sim. Where is Sassy? Sassy is upstairs. We are expecting somebody to show up soon to help us get rid of a tree. It got beetle bored. It's mostly dead. Really brittle. And we had, there was a trade show that hit north of us, like in another state, like in, I think, Nebraska, and it kind of came down like this. There were 90-mile-an-hour gusts that came through here, and it kind of split it like a banana. We're going to get rid of it anyway. We were actually already talking to people, but now it's become a bigger issue. So she's waiting on him to show up. Beetleborgs. I may have just dated myself a little. Beetleborgs. Timber, yeah, definitely. Deals. Simple. Oh no! Oh no! Tree beetles are bad. Yeah. Our ash was pretty isolated. Our neighbors, a couple houses down, had a much older one, and it's completely dead. Has been for a while. I thought ours survived, made it, but no. Unfortunately, no. And it's not planted in the right-of-way either, which means if we were going to get another one, we're going to have to pay for it. This isn't right. I didn't want a smart fluid pipe, I wanted a valve. I think this is wrong. This is how you separate one fluid from another. Okay. In the future, that might be kind of cool to do, because I could control whether or not we get lava or water in there, which could be good. There's some recipes that call for it, so we'll keep this. This isn't what we want for right now, though. Put this in our spare doodads area. So paranoid. Gosh. Skeleton died. Okay. Oh, you have to deal with the tsunami. Yeah. 8.8 earthquake. I don't know what the... That's gotta be a record, right? Because I don't think, the, Richter scale is, sound went away and it came back. I mean, that's a massive... Yeah, it's a pretty huge record. I was gonna say, like, that is gotta shatter the old record, because that is insane. Yeah, definitely, I agree with Blues. Definitely be careful. Don't know if any place has been damaged by tsunamis yet, but I know there's lots of warnings. I know, like, Hawaii was taking a lot of precautions. heard someone say, is like one of the professionals or scientists said, like the wave can move like 700 kilometers per second or something crazy like that. Okay. I'm gonna have to restart the game to get rid of it. That's one bug that they never really got rid of, is that Blood Moon sound doesn't go away. So hopefully it plays nice, lets me back in. Looks like it will. Good server. Okay. So, just a valve, wood valve, valve handle. Worst on records, 9.5 in Chile. I am lucky I've never felt more than a mild tremor. My name is actually in part because for about 6 years I lived on the San Andreas Fault. Ah, I gotcha. 9.5. Oh. Yikes. Okay, so we have... that connects. That to be on top though. Let's see, we'll get this. Oh, you're gonna do me like that, aren't ya? I want the rotating wheel to be on the side. It's not. It's never gonna do that, is it? You're always gonna be on top. What I do, you're gonna be on top. If that should be able to share a space, right? It's gonna be so silly looking. Let's see, box. Oh, I do have one. Thank goodness. Valve. Red. Always red. It's got to be red. That. Make it red. Okay. Oh, Batman doing all the things. Okay. Power increases by X to the 32nd power. Duh. Dang. Okay. We have some Batman things to do. So first to hydrate. Okay. Wait. No. Thank you. Stretch. Oh, pop. And posture. Okay. Maybe make a valve further back. I'm gonna see if I can reach through. Let's see, let's get... what can make red? We surely have some beat. Don't? Beat? Yeah. There we go. Because he can 1-for-1 that. We don't have to waste any flower petals. Okay. I believe I can... this is going to be a bit weird, but I think what I can do... we will put this in here, make it a vertical one. And if I open that up, and I can... oh, my face. Ow. There. Can I put... I can't. Okay. And I think if I click... make it 90 degrees. Yeah, okay, so that should still go up and down and work. So that's off. Shift click. Maybe I can do it from here. Okay. Normal click is on, shift click is off. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of cool. How's that look when... That even looks neat, honestly. It'd be a lot easier to work with if I weren't so short! But that works. Okay. So that's how we can turn it on and off. Now once water gets in there, and we turn it off, I would also have to load it. Good way of like... that block right there. Block right here. So these don't have anything either. We are... There is so much stuff compacted right here, it's insane. If I... Okay. If I put a hopper pointing into this, would it actually enter in, or does it have to come in through the top? I hope it doesn't. Find out. Fade, I have told you to stop messing around with your machine after you built them. You will break your machine. I'm making it better. I know my machine. I built this. I built this. Now I'm going to make it even more machine-y. Okay. What I need is actually at my arcane base, but I can't really go to my arcane base because I'm too short, and it will dump me into the machine. Okay. Calculated risk. This is always a good time. We'll go arcane. Yeah. Yeah, Jin. Okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We'll just kind of float to the corner here. There. That was the fortune pick. Okay, that's gonna be our way in and out, I get. Okay. Made it. Oh, ender pearls would have been a good idea. Yay, more spinny death bits! Can Botania red string things that work with inventories work with fluids? You'd have to get creative. I think if you transported the fluid in a way that made it an item, turn it into a bucket fluid first, and then move that bucket, and then have it deposit, that would work. And it could be good for another reason too. If I connect it via pipe via create, it's going to fill up the cauldron. It's going to go through all the dirt, and when it's done, we'll still have water in the cauldron, which will need to be cleared. If we were to transport it into the cauldron one bucket at a time, that would make the fluid more controllable, and maybe we only have to call as much as we need. It would take some more mechanics to do. That is definitely something to keep in the head, though. Let's see, we'll make a spot here. We'll do. red string for 8. I'm running out of space. Mud make? Mud mac? I'll know what that means later. Love me some mud mac. Okay. Alright. So I think I, I came here because I thought all my toolboxes were here, but they're not. They're at the stadium, aren't they? They are. They're at the stadium. Oh no, I can't! See that arrow? That was me trying to use my feather falling ability that I had when I was an alchemist. As a snake, I spit poison arrows. Fortunately, I also have extra armor thanks to being a snake. The form of scales, which I think protects me from fall damage a little bit. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna break something 100%. Is that there? Not center with anything. I am afraid to break that. I have a feeling that that was a measuring block. Okay. It's got stuck. I haven't used them so much, curious. I bet the Fade will break his machine and we'll have to rebuild his machine again. If you do use AE2, auto-crafting, there is no wasted water or excess. I am not as familiar with applied energistics, to be honest. I will probably start with this, and then when I have time, I'll probably do some research into this to see what that would take. I think as far as power, I think we're okay. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, we're stable at 14. There isn't a refined storage, right? It's applied energistics is what we're using. Refined storage doesn't have enough, makes it too easy. I have not touched AE2 auto crafting since AE Classic. Yeah, I've never used it. I actually, it was one of those mods I actually avoided for a very long time because I felt like any mod pack that Applied Energistics was put into became too dominant. Like, it didn't matter what else you put in the pack, everything just became ME2 because it was like the best at everything. My way of making sure that didn't happen here is that I didn't include any other energy generating mods, so the only way I have to make power is by the lowest tier thing available, which is the what are those things called? Vibration chambers. So it's enough to solve the inventory problem, which is what I wanted it for, basically this. But I wanted to have most of the crafting done by Create, because that has this has more of the feel I'm looking for. Instead of having it be done invisibly in a UI, I wanted it to happen live in the world like this. I like the clockwork and the motion. So some of that was a choice. If I remember right, the only really installed ME2 to be a storage system. There you go. Although the crafting side is indeed powerful, he'd be very limited with his current power constraints. And that is a design, not a bug, or it's a bug, not a feature. It's a feature, not a bug. It's one of those things I just said. You gotta figure out which one it is. Okay. So, that works. We can take this pip. We can break this. Give us some room. We actually have a good amount of space here, and you know what? Being small might be an advantage. It's totally an advantage. I just need this one block gap and I can get in here. Yeah, this is a great little engineering body to have, honestly. A little easier than my big bulky normal self. Isn't there resonance crystal generator? Resonance crystal, we'll say crystal generator. Let's see, resonance. No. He already has a few of them. Oh yeah. If you're talking about like the crystal grower, well, actually, the crystal grower is hiding underneath these stables right here. I found that one was plenty for my needs. At some point, I do want to relocate a bud from an amethyst, which I can do with the crate carts. It'll be a little bit of a trek, because I have it set right now. If you put a contraption under a thing like a budding block, a thing you can't normally relocate, it'll become a contraption, but you won't be able to pick it up. You'll have to make a track to transport it. That way I can still play with them, but it's not too easy. Ditto for things like spawners. I feel like just moving them and picking them up with the contraption is a bit too easy, and it like negates the Botania way, which is like an end game item. Honestly, Carry On just lets me pick them up just with my bare hands with no item at all, which we're just gentlemen ruling that we're not going to do. Yeah. Whatever the base, let's see. They should try to play Steampunk Wizard in your next Minecraft series. That could be awesome, actually. Oh, I thought you were talking about vibration chamber or whatever the basic. Yeah, the vibration chamber are these guys right here. Yeah, this is what we're using. The only reason why these are working as well as they are is because I'm using lava as a fuel source, and we have infinite lava. Well, I could just stack these to infinity and make a wall of them, I suppose, but yeah. Okay. More copper pip. We need copper. Pipe. Have all this already made. Sadium. Let's collect the stuff. It's like on the wall here, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty stuff. This is more crate. There it is. Okay. You. And then we'll take redstone. Yeah, this is like the redstone stuff, so we'll take all of these. There's some redstone goodness in there. We'll take you 2. That's just aesthetic stuff, and I think so is this for the most part. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Now I don't have to make pipes. Hey, it's Wildy Coyote, what's up? I love make cardboard boxes. Do I have box? What's this? An ant farm? What? I've been... Okay, put those in there. Those in here. There. We're never running out of chests again for a while. Do we need this? No. But, wait. They gotta be trap chests. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for using that rare wood instead of the... Whatever. Trap chest. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, or why I even made it, but I'm just curious. Ant farm. Do I need ants? What's this even do? Okay, well... What's the proper, It has no tool to break. That's good. Okay, well, we will drop that off somewhere in Sassy's base. Maybe it will attract ants. I don't know. Wait, what? Ars Nouveau is a book that you can find called Ivy that allows you to turn blocks into minions and works as a way to move blocks without silk touch. They can be a little annoying, but I've used it to move budding blocks in the past. Oh no, man. Okay. If I'm making a YouTube video, I'm absolutely using that and doing the Mickey Mouse Fantasia thing with the... Oh gosh. It's a bit funny to see a boss getting smacked by a horde of chairs and fences. Oh, that's so good. Oh, dude. We get some armor stands and we could bed knobs and broomsticks like boss. That'd be awesome. Okay. Nobody got that reference. That was old and I saw it. Angela Lansbury, the original one. Anybody? No? Huh? Cries millennial. Okay, well, let's see. Okay. What? Well, put this here and just see if it does anything. Maybe we need to have found ants and that's where they can live. I don't know. We'll just put that there and see if something happens. So, Fade, where's the original spawn of your world? The original spawn of my world, we did change spawn, but it's beyond these mountains, kind of. It's close to where the spawn is now. Yeah, that's not original. We spawned in like a Rocky Mountain biome. We're not that far, actually. In mountains and snow. Yeah, yeah, it was. Because I remember at the very beginning we were like starving, and I think we were surviving off of like berries. They're so nice here. It's so smooth. There's no machines here. Well, we're gonna run that. Okay. Why is he green? And why is he only a block tall? Yeah, you must not have been here for that, Blues. So, we had a competition, Sassy and I. We went to the end to see who could get the most, scales to make netherite. And, whoever had the most netherite at the end would win, and the loser would have to change origins, for at least a episode or for a stream. I've decided to keep mine a little bit longer because I want to make a thing for this origin while I'm in the origin, and then, maybe we can have another competition. Hopefully I win, because then my prize can be getting my original self back, and then Sassy has to change. Yep, I did lose. And so I'm a Snek, so I can now spit poison arrows out of my face. I have particles off, but you'd see a little poison dripping out of that right now if I did. And I'm small, I can only eat meat. I have a little bit less health, I can't use shields. Cold is bad for me, heat is good, it gives me strength bonuses. I'm short, I have a little extra armor. And then my other thing here is that I am better at using shields, which is funny because I can't hold shields. But I'm a little bit better with weapons. So this is actually, I'm pretty good Let's see, this sword does, let's see here. The axe does 11 damage normally. In my hands it does like 14.5, just based off of my different buffs. Smallish beans. I'm not small! I can't quite do it. It's funny, what I love about Smallish Beans is everything he says, no matter what he says, he just always sounds like he's a villain. Alright, today we're going to be making it. I don't know, I can't quite do it. Got like that snarly British accent, which is so perfect for him. Okay, I'm trying to think. Mud. Oh. That's the one thing that's hard about streaming after work is I've used up all my focus for the day. And once I get to stream, I'm just all over the place. My brain. Hopefully it's not too frustrating to watch. Okay. So let's put all of our stuff down and make this little thing. Yeah. This is my wife, and I love her. I can't do it. It's like the worst. I'd have to hear him again. Get in a call. One second, guys. I think it's Tree Guy. Be right back. Be right back. I think it's the Tree Guy. Hey, sweetie. Did you get the Tree Guy my number? Did you get the Tree Guy my number? I just got a call from a Des Moines zip code. Well. All that for that price? That's a good deal. Okay. Okay, cool. Keep that guy's name, because... Okay, cool. Alright guys, thanks for being patient. I don't know who that called was. Apparently Sassy already took care of the Tree Guy. I love how I'm getting all pruny in my, like,
Good news,
teleportation.
Fade. I did it.
Yes, Sassy, you did. You took care of the tree very well. Thank you. Creepy. Go back to the original spawn. It would be cool to visit that again. It'd take a little bit of search. I think there are... We did make a temporary structure there. Oh, gosh. I'm getting... Chat is not showing me anything. It's just happening. I have no idea. I'm gonna thank you, mysterious benefactor. Probably chaos. I'm not sure. Ooh. Let's make our pipe thing. I could have just manually made this stuff by now, probably, but it's more fun to have it automated, honestly. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, being short is a little okay. That irritating just a little. I have to like jump up here for these. Okay. But I can get behind my mechanics better. Very unsuspicious, Chaos. Very unsuspicious. Okay. Where's my pips? There's my pips. So I can... kind of do what they do in real life a little bit and kind of like have them follow... I mean, you have your power and your... okay, they can go in from underneath. So this... I didn't realize I'm actually breaking into my... Okay. Lava and water here. Ooh! It was summoned. Okay. We can have it come from here. Oh yeah. Okay. And then it can come into there. And I don't want to connect it yet, because if I do, it'll splurt water everywhere. So... we will... yeah, I can't even... oh, I did. I made it. Look at that. Okay. Right here. We can literally... right here. A little scared to do. Actually, it's going to end up connecting here. It'll connect there, because that's where that pipe curves. So I'll start there. Bury this when we're done. Yeah. Okay. Take it all the way into right here. And then it can follow this. It can be right here, because we'll put another wall blocks right here, so this room will still look solid. So something like this. Yep. Okay. Here. Problem is... boom. Kind of a curse and a blessing here being small. At least I'm able to get through here easier. Right there? Did that go outside? No. Okay, we'll do that. So we'll bring this up like that. There we go. Okay. Now we need another pump. Good job, Chaos. Thank you. How are you doing today, Chaos? Okay, so we have a spinny spin right here that can power things, which is good. And oh, Good. Okay. We have a spinny spin there too. And these are all spinny spinnies. Let's put that back. We'll use that spinny spinny. Bringing a new game that just released in early... Oh, playing a new game that just released in early access. Yes. She's playing Death Rabies Farm. Fun for the whole family. Okay. So, assuming that this will also pump water into this and that. I don't know if it will, I hope it will, but let's just say it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right here we would need another spinner room, which is actually a pretty good location. Yes, yes, that's actually quite good. That's quite good indeed. It might be easier if I move this pipe a little bit. Wix. Glass cable. Let's get... That is crazy. That really feels like crawling around in ductwork. That's awesome, actually. That is not an inaccurate name, surprisingly enough. When you're playing one block and a dolphin spawns and you feel bad because you know they won't last very long. Yep. Dolphin, no. Okay. I need another encased chain drive. Encased chain drive. Have an encased chain drive. And we need some of those glass cables. And we have plenty. Okay, we can divert that line a little bit. Let's crawl back in here. I think I can tuck it a little bit more to this wall. Just kind of do that. Just tuck it inside. My magnet ring doesn't work down here because we're near a anti-magnetic flower for my farms. Okay. Let's do something like that. Now we can break. Never actually disconnected it from power. Oh, I can actually get behind the cable. This is crazy. I should do a lot of wiring while I'm a Snek, because this is, I'd have to really break out a lot more of this if I weren't. Okay. So now I should be able to put... Yeah! Beautiful. Okay, that being dirt bothers me, so we're going to turn it to stone. Ditto for these. Boop, boop. Okay. So now we can bring that power down here, and we can put rotating spinner majigger right here. And you fit it under a slab. Oh, more stretch and posturing. when you're applying one block... Oh. Can you fit it under a slab? Can I fit what under a slab? I've lost the context, Chaos. What do you mean? Oh, can I don't know. Maybe if I have a way of making myself duck, maybe. We take a little side quest and find out. That's pretty easy to test, I think. I love actually working in the duck work here. This actually feels very factory-like. Okay. I want to know, because if I can, I want to do that. If I have to slither to get into my base, that could be awesome, right? So let's borrow this. The trapdoor. Okay, we have a trapdoor. And let's get a slab of some kind. Doesn't matter what, but we'll take these smooth stone slabs. Okay. And if I, like, make a row like this, and we have that, say, on top, like duck. Why? I could. I need something that would let me get even lower. Is there a thickness between these two? Or something a little bit thicker than that? Let's see. I have a feeling that I can. It's, maybe if it's waterlogged? Sticky piston in a slab, maybe. I'm thinking if this is waterlogged, that might work. So if I put water right there, I might be able to get myself to swim. So now, haha! Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I absolutely have to require slithering to get in the base now, right? Because now I can slither like a snake. That's so cool. I could even waterlog the whole thing. Oh, that's so cool. I am in a slab space. And I'm moving pretty quickly, too. So I go here and... Yeah, that works super well. I mean, heck, if you saw something like that, you wouldn't know that's an entrance. Particularly if you're looking at it from... Yeah. That actually super works. Huh. I took my hands off the remote for just 1 second. Oh gosh. Oh, Fade traveling through the plumbing just needs to get him a killing gaze now, and you can be off to terrorize Myrtle. You know what every city needs is a good plumbing system. You know, we had the old plumbing system kind of collapsed. You know, it's old derelict. You know, this old covert system. Goodness, it looks so cool. A modern city like Sassy's needs a actual plumbing network, you know. Can you imagine? We need to make little plumbings into each of these buildings. Is that supposed to look like that? And we need to make little bathrooms so I can like pop out of the toilets. Just different homes. Oh, that would be the best. A few seconds too late. It was pretty effective. Because I literally took my hands off the stuff for just a second. I was about to take a drink. And then it hit me. Okay. This is cool. I'm pretty sure that a normal-sized person wouldn't be able to do this. So that's awesome. Okay. I think I need to, There's too many ideas. Okay, well... Be too full. They're too full. I didn't want to go to a second page. I don't... Position to wall. I think that's a given. Let's say. Half. Slab. Snek. Highway. Sewer. There we go. Okay. I doubt this build will be small. I'm gonna try. But given my history, watch this ended up being my house right here, just something like the size of the stadium. I'm gonna do my very best to keep it a reasonable size because I'm a small boy, but I do like the idea of making like this tiny little like series of sub passages throughout Sassy City. And I don't have any new news on that, Batman. I've been training all week. That's why I keep moving my stream schedule around. This week is the last week of the training, though. It's been work's been demanding more of my time recently because we're going into a new system, and we have to move all of our. We have all these accounts that are in the old system, and they need to be migrated to the new one. So they have to train us on the new one, and then I have to use both systems to get them over to the right place. It's boring stuff. Anyway, that I will be able to put more attention to it starting this weekend, actually. It's back because I don't have my lid on my things. Can I just get in the water and I just... It's harder, but I can do it. Interesting. Okay. We'll pick this up for now. Don't let me forget this, guys. This is an awesome idea. Hopefully that will be enough of a reminder in our little notebook. Okay. How many decades old is the old system? Pretty old. It's pretty. You know how companies do, right? They like stick with an old thing forever. It could easily be 25 years old, honestly. I mean, they've kept on like tacking onto it, you know? But eventually you gotta actually upgrade. It's not older than me, no. Dude. I'm gonna... That actually sounds like a compliment to me because I was around before the internet. So at least that means... You saying that those things are older than me, that's a compliment. I'll take that. Okay. I'm running around in circles. Calm down, Fate. Oh gosh, have I gotten anything in? What time? Oh gosh, it's been an hour and a half and I haven't even made mud. Oh no! Are you guys okay? I hope I'm not boring you guys all to tears. You're talking, you're having fun, right? Good. Okay. Ah, the days where the login sounds for the login sounds for AOL traumatized us all. Oh my goodness. I swear I still have those AOL discs somewhere. I was using them as cup hole as like coasters. For school, let's see, we had a computer lab in the infant days of the internet, you know, and I remember there being a chat room there, and I was learning HTML, which is a big deal back in them days, way back then. And the chat room actually responded to those commands, so like people were like talking in there, and I'm like changing the background and making everyone's fonts change color and just messing around. You learned how to type on a typewriter, not on a keyboard. Our typists, the typing teacher, typist, or typing instructor, her name was Mrs. Dvorak, which is really funny if you know anything about typing history. What is AOL? America Online. It's a fair question. It's funny because like that definitely is a generational marker there. It was kind of a short-lived but a flash in the pan internet thing. It was a big deal for a time, and then it kind of got overtaken by Netscape and the other internet platforms. But the whole, I mean, you've probably seen movies and things where people say, "You've got mail." That came from, that's what American Online would do. So that's where it's a callback to that. But yeah, there'd be like these CDs that would come in magazines and everything. They were just everywhere, and you could install it onto your computer. Back then, you couldn't go to the bathroom without finding another free AOL disc. Yeah, it was funny. I was born in 2000. No, dude, I'm not judging at all. It's a. Why would you? It's interesting. I find it interesting because it's one of those things that was like a huge deal. Anybody my age probably knows, but it didn't last long. So if you weren't born during that time, then there'd absolutely be zero reason outside of like movies or things like that for you to know. So that question, what is AOL, kind of reminds me of like, you know, it's insane to think about. When I think about like, I remember a time before the internet. I remember when .coms were first becoming a thing. I was watching TV, actual TV, and there was a commercial that showed like a website for a business, and like now it's like, well, no, duh, every single business has one, so it was a big deal then. I remember thinking to myself, this will never catch on. Yep. Gosh. The old black and white Flubber movie. that had like had an AI that probably nobody's seen. Maybe some of you have. And I think Albert was the name of the AI. I have a point to this. And he would talk to the professor, and they'd work things out. And when we were considering getting the internet, and I was a little kid, that's what I thought the internet was going to be. I thought I was going to have like a literal like Jeeves from Iron Man to talk to that would be my virtual assistant. And now we have actual virtual assistants, which is crazy. Such a rabbit hole. I just say that what year I was born in. Oh, I just figured that you were commenting to another thing. One of the main things with AOL is since it was a dial-up, it worked on your phone line, and you could and you couldn't use the phone at the same time. Yeah. We had that issue. You pick up the phone and someone's on the internet, and you'd hear. Yeah. Yep. Oh yes, the good old day. Oh, we have a good. I am not nostalgic for that. I've heard about that. Yeah. Yep. This sounds like similar conversations. I hear my parents talk about the party line. You know, really old phone systems where if somebody was talking to somebody, you could pick up the other line and you could hear what they were saying. You also couldn't sneak into the internet after bed because the computer would scream. Yeah, it would do that, like, fax machine noise. Oh my gosh. You should, watching the old spy movies is really funny because they're like trying to show how high tech they are, and so like the spy guy would drive up in his car and he'd have a phone in his car, which is like a big deal, but it would be like a dial-up phone in the car. Like with the wire. Oh, that's funny to me. Oh boy, I'm not getting anything done, but I am loving the conversation. Okay. Tears in my eye. It was a lot easier for parents to limit browse time since you had to log in. Yeah. Honestly, there wasn't. I think I spent like there wasn't tons out there either. I think the biggest thing I did, speaking of James Bond, I was really into James Bond, so I would like download all the theme music. I would set it up to download the music, and then I would just keep it on all night because that's how long it would take. The first car phone my family got, it came in a case the size of a laptop, and the receiver had a cord. Yeah. Or even when we finally did get cell phones, I remember when I would visit Sassy, you know, I'd be able to use the excuse of, like the parents tried to call and check on me, and, you know, I was at a friend's house, but I was really visiting Sassy. And they're like, well, we're going to try to call you, and I wouldn't answer. Like, sorry, I was out of service. The new cell phone technology, man. It's funny. Okay. Give me a frickin'. I need a. I guess we can grab one of these. Oh, wait, I saw what I needed. Right here. You. Hello, sir. Okay. And we can follow this down and do that. Flip that around like this. We can bring a line down here. I always make this mistake. I think what I'll actually do... You know, this is actually a good thing. It has to go here. Has to go here. Because we're going to bring the line down, but it's going to stick out to the side. And there'll be a gear here. Okay. Can I... Okay. Whew. Okay. We need shaft. Where's the shaft at? Oh, here's some shafts. Okay, and I will need at least one of these. And one of these. Okay, we can get back in here. Boop. That. Yeah, no. No. Okay, we got that, and we can do this, and so we can see the side. Hey, that's cool. Okay. Then we can go right here. We'll flipper-doer around there. Hopefully, 1, 2. I thought my thing quit working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that works. I could pinch it directly in here, but then this it's a good way to make it so adjacent pipes don't actually stick together, making them in that form. Okay. That should be it, I think. So let's do that so I can see what's going on. We'll connect that. There we go. So that's cool. Go up here. And the thing should be... is it full of water? It's not, but it could be. Now it is. There we go. It stays filled with water. So that's a little bit of an issue. But that's kind of cool. Leave that off most of the time. Test time? Test time! I remember that, let's see, a mod that I'm starting to like is the Z-Tones mod. Z-Tones. Isn't that a mod that kind of gives you, similar to what like Concrete does, it gives you like lots of different colors? I think. I remember the name. And I remember having it in a Botania series, I believe, at one time. That might have been before Concrete came out. We didn't have some color options before. Posture check. Okay, we are straight. So straight. And then we're going to scratch our back because it itches. And we're straight again. Okay. That's fun. The next thing we need to do. I need to get a redstone toolbox. Apparently it's not in there. Here it is. A hopper. And if we can stick that hopper this way, and you could put a barrel right there. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and empty everything we can into those. Get a barrel. Okay. 1.7.10. Yeah, that was the first. Yeah. That was the first time I played Botania, for sure. Wonder if anyone ever continued the tree mod you used to use so much in that Garden of Glass series, the one that nuked your mob farm. What was that tree mod? Redstone trees. Ah! Thank you. What had that? What mod was that? Yeah, you'd go to the nether, and some of the trees would grow upside down. Yeah. Oh, was it like nature? It wasn't nature. We have nature in this mod. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't. Yeah. I think it was me trying to upgrade versions that killed it. I don't think that mod was necessarily productive trees. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't know if I feel like if I heard it, I know it. Can't pull it out of my head to watch my old series again. Okay. Barrel. Should probably... Quit using the dragon leaf things, please. This is a rare tree. Can you just use, I don't know, the spruce we have a million of? Blank. Look, we have all this dark oak. All this dark... Oh, I see what you're doing. We have most of this. Well, don't. It's rare. Stop it, please. Thank you. Okay, so we can kind of hide this right there. And what I'm hoping is that this hopper can enter things in from the side. And all I have to do now is put dirt in there. And now that we have water, this is just instant dirt to mud, right? That could be cool. So I'll just get a stack. And we'll access that. I didn't expect it to work! Oh, right, I turned off the valve. Oh, that's so cool! All that... Okay, that is so fun. Okay, cool. So that will just make mud. Oh, that is amazing. That is so great. Okay, so I think it's too bad we couldn't get this to be like right here instead, but I think that's okay. So we can start closing this up. Let that run. Okay, we do need a little bit of housekeeping here. There we go. That looks nice. Whoopses. Tree ores. No, because it wouldn't make ores. I know there was like a tree that you could get gunpowder out of. There was a tree you could get redstone out of. If you look up upside down nether tree, I am quite sure that will pull up that mod. So I can close this back off. Let's see here, we can... Let's see, we will... Kind of mix in a little bit. I'm gonna have to save that. Let's fill this in first. Okay. This in first. So we'll that. Maybe we'll fill that in from up there so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So we'll... might, depending on our angle, be able to see some of those. So we'll do that. Now These are hidden, so we can go back to use it. Let's fill this back up. I can actually still get in here, which is funny. I can literally travel anywhere where the pipes are. Natura. It has an upside down tree in the Natura. Was it Natura? I thought we had. It was. Ah, okay. I said Natura, and I went, no, it's not that mod because we have a Natura in this pack, which doesn't do that. But I think it's not Natura. It's Naturalist that we have in this. It was Natura. I should have stuck to my freaking gut. It was Natura. Natura is it. Yep. Pops up with the bloodwood tree. Yeah. It's Natura. It is Natura, for sure. That's the one. Love that I can just follow these pipes, though. If I ever have to do any maintenance, how far can I follow this? I could probably follow it, like, all the way. I could do... Oh, that's going to make maintenance so much easier. Oh, I can't pass those crossways, though. I have to get on the other side of the pipe. I can legit, like, crawl through ductwork and spy on things. That's so cool. Okay, that's very neat. Okay. Oh. Oh, I missed it. Okay. So we can that back up, cover that up. There. Up like that. At some point I will make this prettier. Good. Should be like a trapdoor or something there. There we go. Okay. Okay. There. Okay. And then it is crazy the places I can kind of sneak into. Oh, okay. This is the side, yeah. That. That. This. I might just do like double black glass so we can see this now that there's something there to see. One day you should watch one of your old videos to see how your voice has changed since your first video, and it would be cringe. I still cringe. Oh gosh, whenever I hear myself laugh, like, Yep. Glass. Empty clear tinted purple. Black stained. No. You can kind of see that in there now, which is kind of cool. The thing that I have gotten better at, though, is like I can get a full idea out without having to and ah a whole lot. That's one thing that I've gotten better at. And sometimes I will voice over a section if I didn't emote well or something. I usually try to keep my original reactions in there, like if I get surprised. I think the change more often is the microphone. Yeah, that's true. No, actually, not just that, but how I refine sound. So, sound has been a constant battle because what I hear what you hear, and what I get out of the render, and what the result is once it actually reaches YouTube. Those are 4 different sound qualities and volumes. And then you want people to be able to hear the game sound, but not overpower your narration. If you have music, you want people to be able to hear the game sounds, hear you speak if you do speak, but still have the music be loud enough that everybody can, that it has the effect you want. And then quality. And then if you have multiple people talking, you want all their voices to be good. Sassy and I do our pairing videos, like sometimes she'd be overpowering and you couldn't hear me. Sassy's voice is higher. When she laughs, she tends to spike harder than me. My voice is lower, so it doesn't hit as hard. I don't know. There's all sorts of things there. So I've gotten better at Audacity. I actually have another sound cleanup tool that I use, and I've just got. And some of it's just getting better at those tools. Like some of them I've had for a while. Is that water right there? Wait. Oh, that's not something I can... I was like, can I just grab water out of there instead of having to break that? That's funny. Okay. So for our trouble, we got a stack of dirt and it only took 2 hours. Yep, that's a fade out. I created animation to make making dirt faster, and I'd be done right now if I just made it by hand. Weren't you using an Xbox controller headset at one point? Yeah. That lasted, I think, literally 1 episode. It was like the joystick mod, I believe. I still haven't fully integrated into keyboard and mouse. I mean, many of you know that I'm using a TARDIS to control. In fact, it's how I play League of Legends, it's how I play every computer game, because controlling a character like this just does not feel intuitive. In fact, I mean, this was not designed for video games, it was designed for typing, you know. And I had played on consoles my whole life. In fact, I actively resisted computer games because back in my day, I remember when my brother would invite friends over, younger, and we had, you know, what was it at the time? It was like Sega or Super Nintendo, maybe GameCube. The systems feel like they were coming out like every 2 years, like very rapid fire. Street Fighter 2 would have been a Super Nintendo game, right? So there was a computer version of it, and my brother's friend had an older brother, so I mean, we got along okay. He wasn't like he was more of an acquaintance than a friend. Didn't have any problem with him, but you know, we didn't like hang out. However, he's like, I got Street Fighter 2, come over to my place, which was literally just across the street and around the corner, very close. He's like, I got a computer, we can play it. So we're gonna sit down and play it. And, you know, I'm used to consoles. You take the cartridge, you put it in, you turn on your console, you're playing the game. We go to his house, and he has his computer, he turns it on, okay, cool. And then the game's like, tell me what word is on the 3rd page of the manual in the 2nd paragraph. I'm like, what is this? This is how they made sure you didn't pirate the game. You had to have the manual, too, to use as a freaking cipher. So it asked that like 5 times. And then finally you'd get in. If you and then when you did get in, again, you're playing like this. And I was like, okay, that's horrible. I could literally walk home and plug in my cartridge and play while you guys are still trying to get through all the passcodes. So yeah, I did use an Xbox controller for the very first episode that we ever did, and I couldn't figure out how to shift with the controller. And it was rough. And my wife, we wanted her to be in the video. This Barbie, we wanted her to be in a video too. Sassyrogue. And And so Sassy, we want her to be in there too. We only had like the one headset. So I got our Rock Band controller and plugged it into the USB and thought she could talk into that, which technically worked, but she was like very soft and in the background, so we kind of joked that she was just my conscience in that episode. I'm gonna make this farm. Watch out. You know, you have to turn the volume up. uh, let's see, I mostly play using E12 button number pad inside of my mouse. How did you find Minecraft? Okay. How much time we got? I'm technically out of time. Let me tell you why I put things away. So we were back in our condo. So this would have been pre-2015. It might have been 2013, 2011. When was 1.7.10 out? I think it was around that time. Maybe... Yeah, I think that's about right. 1.7.10 was the version for a while, though. Anyway, Minecraft's popularity is really beginning to ramp up. And I kind of knew of it, but wasn't super interested yet. I mean, I was kind of, like, sounded cool, but not enough to figure it out. You know, it was a computer game. And, you know, as I said, I kind of had this thing against computer games because of that experience. They were just too difficult to get into. The other thing is, when I was in high school, a lot of my friends were into computer science, and they were always trying to build the next best thing. I remember it was a big deal at the time. One of my friends made a computer that had like a water cooling system, and again, for the time, it was pretty cool. And they'd play like Unreal Tournament and things like that. But I was like, it felt to me that, this is going to sound very me, by the way, that it wasn't fair because if someone else had a better machine than you did, then they were going to do better in the computer game. Whereas if you're playing console games, everybody's got the same console. It's easy. It's a level playing field, you know. So the big deal was Xbox was going to come out for, Minecraft is going to come out for the Xbox. It's like, okay, that's cool. I can actually play it now. It's going to come out on a thing that I actually play with. So, have anything here I need to get rid of? That's good enough. Okay. What? Just teleported back to where I was. Okay. So, there we go. Okay, so I got it on the Xbox, and I was looking forward to playing with redstone stuff. I ended up spawning in a desert, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to just use what we have here and try to make a thing. So I dug up lots of sand, found out you can make glass out of it, and I thought, hey, it'd be cool to have, like, make a basement, and then put lots of water in it, and then put glass over it so I could see the water in my basement in the desert. I don't know, I thought it was cool. And then I found redstone. I'm like, oh, I'm going to play with this redstone, it's going to be cool. And found out in the earliest version that was on the Xbox, redstone didn't work. It was broken. It was completely busted. And that made me sad. Like, dagnabbit. So I then moved on to the version on the phone because I did enjoy it, and the phone version apparently worked. I played a little bit, and that's when I discovered that darkness spawns in mobs. I got all this birch. I made a cool looking cabin, and there was like this hole in the wall I was digging into, and I'd close it up when I was done, and I'd go back in there. Well, one time I went in there, opened it up, and an avalanche of freaking zombies and creepers fell out of it and blew me up, and I rage quit. After a time, um, after a time, I went to try it again. I was like, you know, I was doing more looking into Minecraft, and Sassy, after seeing me play, was having fun with it too, and she found Cubfan. And he had an awesome single-player Let's Play. Like, he automated everything, and he started at the very, very beginning of Minecraft, like way in the beginning. Watched him, and it went all the way through to the point where he was going to he was like making a big desert and things like that, and then he got invited to something called Kingdom Craft, which Yiscal made, and that's where he met he met Red Dog and Good Times with Scar and a lot of the people who are now in Hermitcraft. Through there we found Rendog and watched his Let's Play. So after watching Cub's video on the Water Temple, that's where I was like, that's it. I want to play it. And those newest features were only available in Java, which meant I had to play it on the computer. And that's what finally got me on the computer. So Cub Fan is the reason why I got into playing the game. But then when he joined Kingdom Craft and I found Ren, I watched Ren's Let's Play. Watching Ren's Let's Play is what made me decide that I wanted to make videos. Try YouTube. And so that's how I got into it. In fact, Sassy was one that like really pushed YouTube hard. And when we got our house, one of our friends made our computers that we're still using, and that's how that all started. And I'm sorry, I've been talking forever. I think I probably missed a whole lot. Kind of just showed the fact that when I find a channel I like, I do go through back and start watching older vids. And I'm really happy about that, because I've noticed that with a lot of people I like watching YouTube, they get rid of their older videos. When we made ours, that was the decision that I made at the very beginning, that I would never get rid of the first videos, because I wanted to see progress. Like, I knew it would get better, and I kind of figured, I've never been afraid to laugh at myself. I figured it would be good for a laugh later, to go back and watch those really old ones, and just kind of laugh at how bad they were. But yeah. Thaumcraft series for me when I was trying to find into Thaum when I was trying to find info on Thaumcraft. Oh, you found me. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm skipping around. Found you through the Botania Skyblock series. This is where Batman found me, and Kai, you found me through Thaumcraft. That's cool. Cool. Okay. All right. I did pretty good. I kept that under 10 minutes. Okay, that's good for me. I remember I told a story for a full 2-hour stream a couple of times. Okay, well, Sassy will be on tomorrow. Wait. Let's do one more thing. One more thing. This is silly. Hold up. This is quick, I promise. We automated it. We need mud. Kinda silly that we don't have, like... First of all, please tell me we don't have mud. Okay, good. I mean, we should have this thing be running, right? At least it can be doing something. Awesome. That is actually so freaking satisfying to me. Okay. Make brain feel good. Okay. Let's pause. There we go. Techtopia for Sassy and Thaumcraft for me. Cool. Oh, Techtopia was so freaking good. Oh. Yeah, that was really good. Okay. So, is Short Zelda doing anything here? Let's see. Do this. Follow. Nostalgia Critic is on. It's actually Doug. Cool. Yeah, we'll go over there. Have a good one, everybody. Yep. And you can load up a pig pen with the mud for happy pigs. Yeah, I can. Okay. So we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and raid Raid, Channel Awesome, Nostalgia Critic, Guide to Glasses, however you might know them. Remember to refresh so your numbers count. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!